Let's say a round of applause for Mayor Ed Koch.
You're very generous, and I'm very appreciative of the very warm reception. Al DiBello and I go back a very long time. We've run together on campaigns, and we have the same common goals, and it's years and years of build-up. And so when he and Bill Moody came to see me, having heard that we were forming a group in New York City to take on the legislature, and you already had a group, I was delighted, and we went out, had a wonderful Chinese lunch. I picked up the check. And when they invited me to come here and talk with you, I immediately said yes. I was mayor of New York City. I was there for 12 years, and I loved every moment of it. And I think I made a contribution to the city, and Al was very generous in describing it. But I want you to know that they took a poll not long ago, one of the pollsters did, and who the people thought were the great mayors. And number one, quite understandable, is Mayor Bloomberg. Mayor two was Rudy Giuliani. I came in 3, and David Dinkins came in 4. I said to myself, Rudy Giuliani, who is a very good mayor, but I thought I was better. So I said to myself and to close friends, no more Mr. Nice Guy. I'm going to try to be like Rudy. Actually, Rudy Giuliani and Mario Cuomo are part of the team that we have in New York City called New York Uprising. We have put together people who we call our trustees. They are Mario Cuomo, and Rudy, and Alaire Townsend, and John Zuccotti, and Ned Regan. 8 other people, nonpartisan or bipartisan. They're Democrats, they're Republicans, and we're all together on our agenda. Now, around the state, there are a number of groups, just like yours, and just like the one that I represent. What is most interesting is that we have a chance of prevailing this year, and the reason is this. This is a year when every incumbent is part of the endangered species. And what's key here is they know it. They are scared to death that they're going to lose their jobs. And the most important aspect of Albany for those who are there is to keep their jobs. That's all they worry about. I mean, feeding at the public trough is all they care about. And because of that, and I want to make it clear, there are some good people up there. When I first got involved, and I got involved in this, frankly, because every breakfast, lunch, dinner that I attended, people were saying, what about that dysfunctional legislature? Throw the bums out. And I picked up that refrain, and I made it even sharper, and I said, throw the bums out, the good and the bad. The good aren't good enough, and the bad are evil. But the truth is there are good people up there, and we have to distinguish. Now, how do you distinguish? We got to get them to sign in blood that they're going to do certain things. Now, the truth of the matter is that once they've been elected, they can renege on their promises, but then we would go around the state, and I will do it myself, yelling, Liar, 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 pants on fire. But I believe that they will keep their word because there is an election that follows that as well. I called up the 4 gubernatorial candidates. There are 3 Republicans and 1 Democrat. I called them up and I said, we want your commitment in writing that should you be elected governor, that you will veto any legislation on reapportionment, the redrawing of lines, that doesn't require an independent, nonpartisan commission to draw the lines. And each one of the 4 said immediately, it was really remarkable. They said, I've been for that for years. You got me. I'm going to do it. So that was a very powerful weapon. And when the legislators heard about that, I think it had an enormous impact because they know that if they send to whoever is the governor legislation on reapportionment, which is required to be done next year, that unless it is an independent, nonpartisan commission that does the lines, the governor will veto it. I went up to Albany, I think it was on May 3rd, not very long ago, to testify in support of legislation that's been offered in the Senate. There's already legislation in the Assembly to do what I've just outlined to you on reapportionment. And there are at least 80 people who at one time or another, whether they're on the bills that have been offered or just made statements, who have said that they will support this. And I believe that we will get a majority, some because they think it's the right thing to do, others because they're scared to death not to. And that's okay. I don't care why they vote for it. Everybody is so angry across the country. Just everybody, not only the people in this room. They're tired, basically on substantive issues, the ones that you are behind, but also the good government issues that I mentioned as well. And the legislators, I believe, know that, understand it, have taken polls in their district which show that they are in danger. And because of that, I think that we will prevail. This can't be done by a small group of people. This has to be done by lots of people. The people in the Democratic Party, the people in the Republican Party, the other smaller parties, they have to join together. What we have to do in the next step, and one that I intend to undertake, is to call these 4 or 5 organizations that already exist together. So we should be working together. In unity, there is strength. That's extremely important. Now, just some personal information, and then I'll bid adieu. I never thought I'd be at this point in my life. I'm 85 years old, and I need this like a hole in the head. I want to say to the people who came over and wanted to take pictures and did take pictures, I hope they forgive me for not getting up, but I find it a little difficult. Thank you for inviting me. We will win!